A very pleasant morning to one and all. School of Postgraduate Studies and Department of Food Process Engineering, Agricultural Engineering College and Research Institute, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Coimbatore, draws great pleasure in extending a warm welcome to all distinguished guests, eminent scholars, esteemed faculty members, and enthusiastic students who have gathered here today to this prestigious endowment lecture on agricultural engineering education in future perspective. To present an inspiring welcome and to extend warm greetings, we have with us distinguished academician and administrator, Dr. D. Suresh Kumar, Dean, School of Postgraduate Studies, a renowned expert in agricultural economics, specialized in water resource management, ecosystem valuation, and policy research, with numerous books and research publications to his credit. He has been recognized with several prestigious awards, including the ICAR Best Teacher Award and the Japanese Award for Outstanding Research on Development. With this note, I invite Dr. D. Suresh Kumar to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, everyone. Most respected and honorable, the Deputy Director General, Agricultural Engineering, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, New Delhi, Dr. Balakrishnan, Professor Head, Department of Food Process Engineering, Dr. Tirupati, heads of the department, faculties, my dear UG and PG students of Agricultural Engineering faculty. As I've said, it's my proud privilege and great honor in welcoming the most respected Deputy Director General Agricultural Engineering, Dr. S.N. Georgie, to the Tamil Nadu Agricultural University on the occasion of the endowment lecture. On behalf of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University and School of Postgraduate Studies, the College of Agricultural Engineering and Research Institute, it's my pleasure in welcoming the Deputy Director General Agricultural Engineering, sir. I welcome you, sir. So really, we are very much fortunate to have the globally renowned process engineer, the Deputy Director General. So he has his contribution to the field of process engineering, in particular, agricultural engineering in general, is remarkable. Really, we are fortunate to have you here, sir, on the occasion of this endowment lecture on the agricultural engineering education in future perspective. On behalf of the School of Postgraduate Studies, it's my pleasure in welcoming the heads of the department from the Agricultural Engineering College and Research Institute, TNA Coimbatore, and all my dear student friends. So for the information of the chief guest, the Deputy Director General, sir, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Madam, since assuming the position of a Vice Chancellor, introducing several novel initiatives to promote agricultural education and research and outreach activities. Actually, in agricultural education, in different phases of at different levels, our Vice Chancellor Madam is introducing different programs for undergraduate level, one student, one farm family program. So it's all now some of the novel initiatives introduced by our Vice Chancellor Madam, and at master's level. So our Honorable Vice Chancellor supports in implementing many new programs. Like we have exclusive patent cell mainly to promote the innovations from the master students, undergraduate students to file their to claim their intellectual property. And then, we have scholarship program, think tank fellowship program, scholarship to all. So that is actually one of the novel initiatives introduced by our Vice Chancellor, Madam. And then, so Professor of Practice program, industrial tie-up. So such, like that, we have many programs at even master's level. One such novel initiative is that this kind of endowment lectures. So we encourage all the departments from different directorates, different colleges to invite experts in the different domains to share their experiences with the faculty and students. So there comes this endowment lecture. And so this basically helps the faculty and students to expand their networks across the globe, across the nation, and then to get exposure in the frontier areas of research and exposure to cutting edge knowledge, state of art of technologies. So this endowment lecture helps in a big way to improve the knowledge level of the students, particularly undergraduate, masters, and faculty, young faculty as well. So in that sense, this is actually a very, very important program, and really I'm thankful to you, sir, for having accepted our request and invitation to be here to deliver this endowment lecture. Particularly the topic itself, so I'm really very much, happy about this topic. Agriculture, engineering, education, and future perspective, because so the future is, future is uncertain, future is volatile, future is very, very challenging environment. So in this, my guess is that the students all should become future proof. Okay, so unless the students are future proof, they cannot able to compete with the the employment market or wherever, even the academic environment also highly competitive. So unless you are future proof, so you cannot have the capacity to compete with the future environment. So in that sense, I sincerely hope that this lecture would enable you to have a big exposure to what potentials you have in agricultural engineering education. So in that sense, this is actually a really interesting one. And I hope the lecture from our DDG would help in a larger way, benefit a larger way among the students and faculty members. Thank you so much for the opportunity given to you. Thanks.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words and warm welcome. I now request Dr. M. Balakrishnan to welcome Dr. D. Suresh Kumar with a bouquet. Thank you, sir.
It's now time to introduce a visionary academic leader, Dr. M. Balakrishnan, Professor and Head, Department of Food Process Engineering, who has been instrumental in driving research and education in food process engineering at TNAU, has made significant contribution in the fields of spice processing, millet and pulse storage, non-thermal food processing, and microencapsulation. I'm pleased to invite Dr. M. Balakrishnan to introduce our esteemed speaker for today.
So very good morning to one and all present here. So indeed, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce our eminent scientist and today's chief guest, most respected and honorable Deputy Director General, Dr. S.N. Jha, to the gathering. So I am going to give you a short profile. If I am starting to give his full profile, it runs for many pages. So due to short of time, I am going to give you only the brief profile of Dr. S.N. Jha. So he is a Dr. Syam Narayan Jha. He is currently serving as the Deputy Director General, Agriculture Engineering, as well as Deputy Director General, Natural Resource Management in charge, ICAR, New Delhi. He holds a PhD degree from IIT Kharagpur and JSPS postdoctoral fellowship from Kochi University, Japan. With over 30 years of experience in agriculture engineering, Dr. Jha has contributed significantly to post-harvest and food engineering as a project coordinator of All India Coordinator Research Project on Post-Harvest Engineering Technology, Director of Central University of Post-Harvest Engineering Technology, Ludhiana, and Assistant Director General Process Engineering, ICAR, New Delhi. So he is also a President of Indian Society of Agriculture Engineers and made tremendous and significant contribution to the agriculture engineering profession. So Dr. Jha is globally recognized, ranking among the 2% of top 2% of scientists across all fields of research based on citation matrices by Stanford University, USA. To his credit, he has more than 5,000 citations and H index of 41. He has published more than 200 research papers, authored 6 books, mainly in Elsevier and Springer, and holds 12 commercialized technologies, including innovative agro-processing systems and 4 product patents. He is a recipient of many awards and recognitions, and the notable ones are ICAR Rafi Ahmed Kidwai Award and ICAR Lifetime and ISI Lifetime Achievement Award. He is a fellow of many prestigious societies. The one among them is National Academy of Agricultural Sciences and Indian Society of Agriculture Engineers and Institution of Engineers, India. Dr. Jha has brought external funding for research and development projects worth over 25 crores. Dr. Jha has been a key figure in national and international policy formulation, serving on prestigious bodies such as Codex Alimentarius Committee and the Governing Council of the Center for Sustainable Mechanization. Additionally, he acted as a chairman, member of several scientific committees and board of governors, contributing to shaping policies and programs in agriculture engineering. Currently, Dr. Jha leads ICR's farm mechanization and automation program, continuing to drive advancements in agricultural technologies and influencing research and developmental on a global scale. Dr. Jha is also instrumental in the formation of a Makana board and a National Research Center for Makana, which was announced in the recent budget. So with this few introduction, I wholeheartedly invite Dr. S.N. Jha, Deputy Director General, Agriculture Engineering, ICAR, New Delhi, to deliver the endowment lecture on agriculture engineering education future perspective. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for setting the context for today's discussion.
And now we arrive at the most awaited session of today, the endowment lecture. It is a privilege to introduce our distinguished guest and speaker, Dr. S.N. Jha, Deputy Director General at ICAR, New Delhi, with over 3 decades of experience in agricultural engineering, a prolific researcher and inventor. It is our privilege to welcome Dr. S.N. Jha to deliver the endowment lecture on agricultural engineering education in future perspective.
Good morning to everyone. Vanakkam. My dear friends, in absentia, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Geeta Lakshmi ji, and also I was not so fortunate that Dean is also sick, Dr. Raviraj ji, Dr. Suresh Kumar ji, Dean, PGS, Dr. V. Thirupati, Professor in the College of Agriculture Engineering, Dr. Bala, Head of the Department of Process Engineering, Dr. Ganipati, Dr. Nayak, Dr. Senthil, all faculty members are a good friend of me, I think. All are well known to me, and I am also probably well known to them. So, and all the most beloved, to whom I always wanted to talk with the students, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually a great privilege to have here on the name of endowment lectures for students. And personally, since 10, 12 years, whenever I used to go and get any opportunity, even of half an hour, I used to meet the students of UG and PG, irrespective of discipline, who are related to agricultural engineering and technology, that is food science, food technology, sometimes nutrition, and all related subjects. So this is open invitation given by Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dean, and Dr. Bala was behind me since 3-4 months, I think, and somehow I could make it. So I also feel I am very obliged and to all of you and to give this opportunity. Our future generation is very, very important. You know, the agriculture and agriculture engineering and any science of agriculture is very, very important. It is, if you want to become the Vishwaguru, as our honorable prime ministers and many other people, and we know that we were earlier Vishwaguru. Our ancient India was the Vishwaguru for the world. All civilizations started from this earth, these soils, and all kinds of study, universities, and all the academies were only first in India, and then other parts of the world followed us. So if we have to become the same, then we have to nurture our students first, children from school to the college level, which are actually the pillar of our path towards to become the developed country by 2047 and to become Vishwaguru and retaining the same title for longer. We have to nurture our students. So it is a very good opportunity for me to put up some point of view for the future generation of agricultural engineering and technology, particularly education. Dear friends, education, you know, government of India has made a fundamental rights and an essential cornerstone for the development of any nation. You know, there is a proverb: if you want to kill any nation, you kill the education system slowly. If the education system is killed, destroyed, then automatically that nation will get destroyed in longer period. And that happened with our country in the past. The education system, our system were the best system in the world, and that were destroyed by invaders, that were destroyed by some other people. So we want to achieve the same. So for any nation, the education is very important. In the India, that's why government of India under constitution recognizes is a fundamental rights now. Particularly for the children 6 to 14 years. For the children 6 to 14 years, no one stop the education of the children. The education is a fundamental right, and it is our duty to provide each and every children the school education under the RT Act of 2009. It is the age, actually this is the age. After that, in fact, students start thinking. Till school, you can say 9th, 10th, students usually go on studying, going schools, parents and teachers, whatever guides they do. But it is the age of 14. After that, a student started thinking something that what he or she should become, what he or she should study. Usually, whoever consider during that process, many times after age of 14 or 16, that is called the teenage, when the students may not think rightly, but their parents assist them. Their teacher assist them to choose the subjects. In our time, there were arts and science from high school only. Now it is common for all. So whoever the students consider himself or herself many times after 12th, they go for science subject, science. After 10th, they go for science. The good students, it is understood in commonly that whoever whose parents considered that his or her, their students, their children are good in study, they go for science study. Then another part you can say go for the art study from 11th, 12th. When then further, after doing the 12th is common almost all the science students. When students by 12th, they pass, they become 16, 17, some becomes also 18 years. And by 18 years, they are already adulthood achieved. So they think for their career. They think for their career what they should become doctor, they should become engineer, they should become agriculture scientist, they should become IAS, anything else. So what trend we have seen that whoever is a good in science, particularly in mathematics, they go for the engineering stream preparation. They go for preparation of JEE main. They go for a state entrance examination for engineering and many other such kind of NDA exam. Many other exams are there for getting the admission in math-oriented courses. Then the second group of the students in the science who are good in science but not liking the math much, they go for biology science, biological science. And then they go for the medical, mainly medical. They want to be the MBBS, MD or MS, something like that later on. And so who does not get the MBBS course admission, mostly they go for veterinary science, then they go for agriculture science, they go for blah, blah, many other courses where that biological system is the dominant system. So even in the science, the cream, most of the cream go first for the engineering. Even in that engineering, many goes for the IIT first. If person does not get admission in IIT, they go for NIT. If they does not get admission in good NIT, then many goes for the state colleges, state universities. So this is the trend. This is a trend since long. Our students, our parents are guiding their students. Among the engineering, now come to the engineering, which are the topmost strata of the studentship, we can say. Among the engineering, people mostly go for try to get the computer science and engineering, then mechanical engineering, then many basic chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, and many are almost all want computer science and engineering. That is true. And very few people opt for agricultural engineering and technology in the first instance. Major reason what I have researched through the literature or through asking some people that they give that computer science. But why they choose engineering and computer science? Because they think that they will get a bigger package. Packages means salary, more money is there. Better career, growth is there. Better, everything is better with a money-oriented job. But agricultural engineering and technology gives lower salary than the computer science and maybe some other engineering. So people don't prefer. But here I'll try to convey that agricultural engineering is the better than the computer science and technology, that mechanical and other things, even sometimes MBBS, I will tell. How? You see, the first goal of a life of a person is to become a happy life, to have a very happy life, to have a stable life. If you go for the computer science, you get maybe 3 times or 2 times more packages, as in form of salary, but job is very unstable. Work duration is very long, maybe 12 hours minimum for all the computer scientists, computer engineers. And job is so unstable that almost every month you hear that so and so company is doing the laying off of the employee particularly from the software companies. So job in software companies are not secured. You are getting the very big package, you are getting the very good package, but your job, your stability in your life, peace is not there. Just like India's Nifty and Sensex, the share market, very good return, but when it fall at highest speed. So you remain always in tension. Even if you are in USA, Australia, and many developed countries, your job is not secured forever. But if you are agricultural engineering, you will get the job of middle order. Middle order means in the terms of package. But you have never heard that any agricultural scientist, any agricultural engineers have been removed from the job. You cannot hear that. Their life is very peaceful. They are getting the very good amount of money to have a peaceful, stable life. So, on the other side, many times people say that you have the biology interest. You have somehow come in the engineering, agricultural engineering or food technology fields, but you wanted to become the doctor. You did not become the doctor. That doctor means you have more and more interest in the biology. So that kind of hungriness, that kind of thirstiness can also be quenched if you are in the agricultural engineering, because agricultural engineering is dealing with both the things. That is biological science and also engineering science. This is only the branch which deals with both biology and engineering. Living matter and non-living matter. Living matters means that plant science, and all kind of things, microbes, and also non-living things that the building materials, parts and other parts of the machinery and automobiles and all sort of things. So if you have more interest in biology after coming to agriculture engineering, then you can make yourself specialized in the fermentation technology, in the food technology, in food science, and you can deal with all kinds of biological things. You can also become a doctor of the plant with the help of the plant pathology scientist. If both come together, plant pathologists, which is one of the subject of agricultural science, and then engineering people, they can do the wonder. They can have a very good clinic for plant science and also the animal science. For animal science, what agricultural engineers do? Agricultural engineers design the housing for them, environment control, or they develop the equipment for their help during sickness, and so many things. And then animals become happy and they give more and more output. So here I wanted to say that the demand of agriculture engineering, therefore, is forever, as compared to other branch of study, is continuous. It will never go down like computer science engineering. Many times it go down, many times go up, but here it is a steady state. Usually a student might have studied a steady state flow. Always it is same. Always it is same. In fact, its demand in near future is likely to go high because the food for animal, food for plants, food for human beings, food for birds, all are required. No one can go on the moon without taking any food. Even the food is required for even insects. And for that, you people are only working. Agricultural sciences, agricultural engineering, and other sciences. People are working for as a food provider. So, and simultaneously, what is happening? The youth, particularly the youth students, want now good quality of life. They don't want to go to the field directly. They don't want to go to the soil, and they don't want to make their hand dirty. They want the automation. They want, so many people go for business, many people go for other services. So labor scarcity is likely to become very high. Presently, earlier you might have heard that India was having around 70-75% population directly dependent on agriculture, which now have come down to 45%. And we estimate by 2047, by which the India is aspiring to become the developed country, the labor requirement for field will only be around 28 to 30%. Out of that 20 to 30%, around 60-65% will be women. Earlier, majority of farmers were men. And after 20-25 years, majority of farmers will be women. So there is a demographic change. And population will increase. Our age, our life expectancy is increasing. So food is more and more required. Around 500 million ton food is required by 2047. Where from it will come? We have the land, limited land, and those lands will be occupied by many flats, buildings, because number of people will be more. They need home to live. So our area of cropping area will reduce day by day. Water is reducing, temperature is rising, climate changes are there. So there is a lot of challenges in years to come. Lot of challenges to year to come to sustain with the production and productivity. Lot of work has been done under NARS system for development of varieties, for particularly nowadays for climate resilient variety, other things. And you might have noticed that the production and productivity, despite so bad weather, has not gone down in India much anytime. So, but these challenges cannot be sustained for long. You see how long a people can, if a people is always in the tension whole life, they cannot sustain for longer period. So here the agricultural engineers and technologists has to come for a rescue. According to a survey of the government of India, it has been told that around 20 to 30% production and productivity will simply increase by simply using the machinery, by simply using the technology. And we can save the foods by simply educating to the people that how food one grain saved is one grain produced. Because post-harvest losses and food losses, even in your kitchen, there are a lot of losses. How can be saved? So that is very, very important things have to come. And that can be fulfilled only by the agricultural engineers and technologists. And these challenges are forever because till this earth will be there, food is required. Till this sun will be there, food is required. So the agricultural scientists and engineers and technologists. So your job is always assured. No one is going to harm once you get the job. If you don't want to do the service, the best way to go for entrepreneurship. For that also the agricultural engineering and technology. Technology means when I say that all kind of technology, like food science, food technology, home science, and all those things, all technology are very good, much better than any other science to have an entrepreneurship and their own business. They can become big owner of the company in shorter time. So by that way also the agriculture, engineering and technology is a must study branch. Food grains. You see, in our civilization, we say that foods are the God. We also do the namaste, namaskar, and we have some mantras also before eating the food. So how much we are giving, and their saving is you can saving to the God, and that comes through these branches, and that you can do it. Then nowadays you see a lot of food processing is being done outside home. When food is cooked in your home, it is assured quality. But when it comes from outside, nowadays more people go for eating outside instead of eating inside. So when you go for eating outside, food safety and quality is very important. Food safety and quality, that nutritional quality, then safety from microbes, safety from fungus, safety from any kind of viruses. And that too, the agricultural engineers has proven in the long run that he or she is the best to deal with the food safety officer. And most recently, within 3-4 months back, the government of India has made eligibility for food safety officer. All agricultural engineers who has done the BTech and who have done the food technology BTech, they are eligible for food safety officers. And they can write those exams and they can get employed throughout India. Aquaculture engineering, greenhouse structure. You know, greenhouse. How many of you know? You might have seen here. Greenhouse structure, poly houses, environment control, all these, all everything, all animal houses, animal shelter, aquaculture, pond design, their temperature, their well-beings, fish and meat processing, and their well-being and energy. You know, energy is very important. Nowadays, when electricity is cut, we all become very unwell. Because our strength has gone down to bear the lot of heat. Our strength has gone, our immunity has gone down to bear the much cold. So we become restless. when the temperature goes up. So energy is very important for cooking, energy for vehicle, energy for automobile, energy for tractor, and so on, so forth, everything for energy. So this is the branch of agricultural engineering who study and do the research on energy from agricultural materials and energy for agricultural material, where from both side, and lot of biogas. You might have heard the biogas plants, and those biogas plants were developed by the agricultural engineering people, and now it is being utilized throughout India. Similarly, solar energy, you might have heard about the solar energy. Solar energy, and our government is very active in solar energy. We are very rich. We have been blessed by the God to have a very good sunshine throughout the year. And that can be harnessed very nicely and easily and cheaply now. Also, I underline very cheaper than many other energy sources, and that can help. And that also the agricultural engineering and technology education and research is very good and can be done and is being done by the agricultural engineering. So if you want to excel yourself, if you want to excel yourself in life with a peace and a stability in your life, opt for the agricultural engineering and education and research, and also in the field. Of course, if you are the agricultural engineers, you have educated in that, you have trained in that, and you have opted some specialized course in that. You see, in each graduation, even the agricultural sciences, engineering sciences, medical sciences, there is a elective courses. There is elective courses. So is the agricultural engineering. Agricultural engineering, we have kept two core courses. One is robot and sensor technology. Other is food safety and quality technology using the sensor. So if someone want to have a package, very big package like computer science, they can go for those courses as a specialized course, or robotics, AI, deep learning. All these are embedded in the agricultural engineering also. So once you are graduated in agriculture engineering, you can opt for the software company also. So later on, after MTech or PhD, you can opt for a higher package of also being an agricultural engineer. Besides, I have seen that many CEO, chief executive officer, and you may be knowing or not that there is one person who are agricultural engineering managing the T3, that international airport, terminal T3 of Indira Gandhi International Airport in New Delhi. And he is the agricultural engineer. He is maintaining all kinds of plant and horticultural and environmental control of the airports. No one can guess that one agricultural engineer will manage the airports. One agricultural engineer, very big CEO, sitting in the Pune, giving a consultancy of all country of United country, and that Gulf countries, I can say, together Gulf countries, and only he is the very famous. So once you are there, you can do. You may be knowing or not that India is also exporting our machinery, and we are net exporter, and India is the biggest manufacturer of tractors in the world. India is the biggest manufacturer of tractor of the world, and the highest. Who is importing our agricultural machinery more? That is USA. USA sometimes become number one among the importer or number two. So our industry, agricultural engineering industry, is growing at faster rate than any industry, and government is giving much more emphasis on this. So if you say that this is the branch which is agricultural engineering, train themselves in software, sensor technology, robotics in the field of agriculture, sky is the limit for their packages, their life, and they can become very stable life with a high package is also possible with this branch. Agriculture is also the best branch of study for starting of their own business venture. The scope of business expansion is large as that of population living in villages and towns. We have example of billionaire. You may be knowing one of the billionaire agriculture engineers who has given billions of rupees to IIT Kharagpur to develop a college, faculty, New management, new Vinod Gupta School of Management in IIT Kharagpur have been opened by giving the lot of money by agriculture engineers. He was graduated from that places. So if you want to earn more money, that is also possible with this, and also stability will be there. But I will tell you the crux of the thing is that one has to be good. One has to be good, sincere and honest. I underline honest. One has to be good, sincere and honest with their study and open to learn anything from anywhere and everywhere. It will never happen with any discipline that if you are a computer engineer, you will get very high package without doing anything. You have to learn, you have to equip with the latest technology, you have to read the things, you have to update yourself time to time, then only you can things. So crux of the thing is that you have to be good in study, you have to be very honest with yourself first. And then the employer, then you can excel. Otherwise, any branch, any study is not good till you are very, very laborious and sincere to your work. The future of agriculture is much better than that of any discipline of study. Indian agriculture is now lesson-worthy growth story. I have told that Indian agriculture, everyone is thinking that there was a chance, there was a time for our country that it was a ship-to-mouth positions. People are telling, and now we are exporting our food products to many other countries. We are exporting because of the agricultural research, agricultural science, ICAR, and then the agricultural universities and some central universities. They have together done a marvelous job. That's why our production and productivity, despite lot of climate changes, is happening, and production and productivity is not reducing. But now situation is changing. You see, I have seen that there are four C's. First C is climate change. Second C, conflict between the nations. You must be seeing 3-4 years. 3-4 years, how countries are fighting among themselves. And then COVID was also, you all have seen that how COVID has disrupted the life of the people throughout the India. And there is a chance that similar kind of things may come again. And also, after COVID, changes food, lifestyles, habits. You see, unwillingness of youth for doing agriculture in the traditional way. Earlier, you see, you people, new generation may not be knowing. Earlier, we are mostly eating inside house, going for our toilets and other things outside house. Okay. Now things has become reverse. We eat mostly outside and we come for toilet to our house. So see how things have been changed. Most of us come for toilet in the house, go for eating outside. But earlier it was eating outside, inside, going outside. So things are just becoming reverse. That is true. Similarly, the new guys don't want to work in the field like their grandparents or parents. They want that everything should be done from the home. Everything should be done from the AC rooms. So things are, these four challenges are getting deeper and deeper in the coming future. And so it is affecting the agriculture also. I say that maybe after 20 years, the wheat production in Punjab and Haryana is the highest. That may be lowest after 20 years in that area. Best maybe in Lahore, Spiti, Shimla, where it is very cold, that weather will be so good that they will produce the wheat for the country. And other area will be for other crops and maybe no crop. And another problem of the age of the people. We are the country whose population is the highest in the world. All of you know this. And we are the people where the younger people is the highest in number in the whole world. But not true for the farmer. Our average age of the farmer was around 50, I think 50.1 years, 1 year's average age. So these farmers are getting older and older. New people don't want to do the kheti bari, that cultivation as usual. So who will do? But population will increase because our age is increasing. So who will do the cultivation? For so large people, maybe 2 billion people, and 20 years, 25 years, who will produce the food? Because no one want to do the kheti badi, no one want to do cultivation, no one want to go in the hard labor oriented job. So this is another challenge which is not being talked about many times by the policy makers. So here again the agricultural engineering and technology can come for the rescue. Automation in the mechanization and automation in agriculture may not be required, but it is now compulsion. Compulsion means it is essential. If you are not going to do, if you are not going to give the importance of mechanization and automation in agriculture, you are surely going to loss in near future in 10, 20 years. Many times people say that we'll buy the machine from outside and we'll do this, we'll do, but that never happen. Whatever you take on loan, you cannot become stronger from inside. For example, I'll tell you, during Corona time, most of the medicine become very, very costly. Why? Can anyone guess? Some older people may be sitting because most of the ingredients of those medicines were coming from the China. Even that diamond, that paracetamol active ingredient of that tablet, 100% is coming from China. China stopped giving sometime even for that paracetamol during crucial period. Then what will happen? Our whole population will get sick. So we have to make our own. After Corona, you might be observing that all country is trying to become self-dependent in most of the things. And that is the call of our honorable Prime Minister also during the Corona period. We should be Atmanirbhar, mean self-reliant we should be in all the things. So is the true for the mechanization and automation, sensor, AI, everything. Everything has to be dealt within the NARS system. The NARS Agriculture University or ICAR institutes or central university, they have to build their own strength in this field. Otherwise, in 20, 30 years, they may be irrelevant because most of the things, even I say that breeding will be done by the robots. You might be seeing that when you go for ultrasound, when you go for MRI testing of your body, then most of the time radiologists are not required because engineers had made that machine learn and give you automatic report through a scanning. So similar thing can be done after some time. Traditional breeding is very tough job, and very good breeders have produced so very good tough breeds of the varieties that our agriculture is sustained. But in longer period in future, such kind of breeders may not be available. So we have to train the robots. We have to train some machine learning, and then that breeding, selective breeding, or such kind of breeding, fast breeding, should be done by that. And that can only be done when we are very good, strong in this agricultural engineering and technology. Other industrialization is also, you might have observed, in irrespective of the state in India, most of the people want to move towards cities because city is having good electricity, city is having good road, city is having good environment. You can say all facilities are available, hospitals, but not in rural area. Industrialization is one of the key to development of a country or rural area. So this agricultural engineering and technology only can industrialize agriculture-based industry in the villages. Once the villages, I had categorized 8 kind of industry can be raised in the villages. Under agro processing center is one of them, but maybe the agriculture clinic another, and so many things, input providers, many things can be have a very good village economic yard, market of the particular village. And then people will get one, I have calculation done that one village may have 200 youth can get the job in village itself. If we industrialize, we make the entrepreneurship in the village like that. And then we can go for all stopping or reducing the migration of the labor from villages to the city. So this is the ownership of the machinery through custom hiring, ownership of the machinery or for post-harvest processing, value additions, all these things. And in future by 2047, which is our target year, you can say, we need a lot of 7.5 kilowatt hour per hectare energy. We want mechanize. We want Government of India, Parliament Standing Committee of India on agriculture has given a target of 75% mechanization of Indian agriculture, which is presently only 47% estimated. So to reach that, we have to produce more and more agriculture engineer, diploma holders, mechanics, all those things, and then we have to establish the you can say the repair and maintenance center, training center in the villages, panchayat level. They have already recommended that each and every panchayat must have one agricultural engineer employed in each state. We see that how many, I do not know how many panchayats are there, but around 740 districts are there, and each district will have so many engineers. So there is a scope of government job also slowly coming. So mechanization solution equipped with sensor, AI and robotics suitable for small farms are being developed for the purpose, and thus the agricultural engineering education need to include these fields. For the future, what all the university policy makers, syllabus developer, my request is that any subject need updation. Now probably 6th Dean Committee report has come. So those syllabus should be upgraded. Those syllabus should be modernized, including these subjects, so that our younger people, students, should get more and more exposure of the sensor, AI, deep learning, machine learning, all those things in UG itself. At least if they will be knowing the name, terminology, they can study their own, they can build their own, and then they will be the stepping stone of our country for becoming the developed nation by 2047. Presently, India accounts for 2.4%. I have already told 2.47% of the world geographical area, but has to support 17% of the world human and 15% of the livestock population. You see, we have only 2.4% land and we have 17% of the population. So we have to produce more and more, and we have to do better and better in the agriculture using the engineering and technology application and our own strength development of the same. So it is very important that how you support this the system of development of mechanization and automation in agriculture. Deployment of agricultural engineers, at least at block level, is the must. As soon as it is done by the state government, that state will, I can surely guarantee that state's agriculture will be in very good shape in years to come. If the 3-4 agricultural engineers are employed in district level, 3-4 are block level, 1 or 2 at panchayat level, and so at commissionerate level, and so at state level, and there are so many departments, minor irrigation department, canal project, canal irrigations, and so many irrigation systems, soil conservations, all soil kinds of work can be done, engineering work can be done by this species. That's why I say that agricultural engineering and technology is a species, such a species who can do everything for the agriculture, whether it is biology, whether it is non-biology, and whether it is a food science and technology, whether it is a mechanical engineering and electrical engineering, whether it is chemical engineering, whether it is a food technology, everything can be done by these guys who have graduated and who have given the very good background during the UG courses. Economy of Indian growth mostly driven by the agriculture. People say many times that the contribution to the growth rate of India development is reducing, contribution of agriculture is reducing. But that is true, but that is good also, because other part of the growth rate, growth engines of India is growing faster. But agriculture has already grown and it needs further growth. So contribution of growth rate in agriculture is lowering, but it is implying maximum number of people. It is giving the livelihood to the maximum number of people directly and even the indirectly. Many industries are running because the raw materials of those industries are coming from the agriculture. Many times people say that agriculture dependency on only 45%. I have also told you, but I say many times the whole population is dependent on agriculture. How one can work without the food? So everyone is dependent on agriculture. Many industry input is from the agriculture only. So how one can say that agriculture is only 45% people are dependent? Directly, no. Indirectly, everyone is dependent. So we have to do. But another challenge is that 86% of the population, 86% of our farmland, marginal or small. बहुत छोटा छोटा, small fields are there. So challenge for agriculture engineers are that to develop the tiny machines, a small machine, robots like man, woman can be developed who can go on foot. As you go on your field on foot, that robot can go on foot and perform your job. Many times the home cleaner, maid you keep in your home. So robots may require as a maid sometimes, and it has already started coming in the industry. But from outside, we have to become self-reliant in that also. So that is also a challenge. So research and development for development of robotics, AI, and tiny machines for a small fields is very important. That is for future, and that too automatic, remote controlled, or maybe self-driven machines are very important. And education system of agricultural engineering must include that. If it is not included for this generation, if not included this generation, I will suggest all of you to read those subjects yourself through the research paper, through the magazine, through the other sources, internet, so that you should be exposed to the new things which are being done. If you are exposed, you can do much better in your future life to come. If you are not updating yourself, you are only limiting yourself to the class knowledge, then the getting the good job, starting the good business, maybe somewhere some problem. You see, Haryana and Punjab are supposed to, people are telling them maximum tractors, maximum mechanization, but they have another different kind of problem. They have another different kind of problem. There also the agricultural engineering and technologists can help them, because what is happening that if you are applying the fertilizer, if you are applying the insecticide, pesticide, there is no control at all. By hand you are going on a spraying, you are putting more and more urea. So if all those things is done by the machine, with artificial intelligence loaded machine, then the control of those things will be very easy, and the higher dosage will not be applied to that. And the soil water can be saved, contamination of soil water can be saved. And so the environment can also be very nicely saved, and also the input cost for the farmer will be reduced. When input cost of the farmer is reduced, means automatically the total income, net income will be more for the farmers. So we have kept the target of 3.03. We have kept the target for 2047, and we have to do all those work as soon as possible. The overall farm mechanization level of country is 47%, and we have to bring it for 75%. For that, we have to do all the jobs for employment of agricultural engineer, diploma holder, mechanics, technician, ITI at field levels, and train them for all kinds of agricultural modern machinery and help the farmers at the global level. Global trend in mechanization is toward use of precision farming technique using sensor. Everywhere people are doing that, so we have to do. And four-wheel tractors, matching equipment, and self-propelled machinery with automation are required nowadays. Quality of farm implemented machine. Another important thing what I wanted to highlight here, that in agricultural engineering education, even in the agriculture education, there is no course on standards. There is no course on standards and quality. And now I am also looking after all work of the BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards. And with the BIS and ICAR, we are trying to have a very good agricultural practices standards. Maybe in some time to come, it will be implemented. It is just in developing phase, infancy phase of development. So standards quality is also important. That should be also taught to the students because our quality standards system of the country is very robust. I have visited many big countries and big meeting where I found that our system of standardization is much better than the many other countries. I say that more than 80% country standardization system is not good. Our is best. So, but our students are not getting exposure of that. That some kind of thing should be brought into the picture so that people can go for this. And many standards are already people are working, but our students are not going through. Fruit and vegetable handling, fruit and vegetable. We are blessed with all kind of climate. Fruit and vegetables, any kind of fruits can be produced any time in the country. And some parts are cold, some parts are very hot, some parts are medium. So all kinds of climate are available. So we can have food grain crops are combined, harvested, and stored in RCC silos. So storage is another important aspect. Earlier, most of the things were being stored in the open. You might have seen the storage of Markfed, storage of FCI. When our production is more and more, then there is no good storage. So it was being stored on the plinth. But slowly we have removed all. So we are moving toward the latest mechanized storage system, and that is called bulk storage system, and that is being also handled by the person. R&D for these is also required because many crops protocol are not available, so those things should be taken into consideration. India is also marching toward R&D and promotion equipment in the similar direction to become a mechanized country. There are many issues pertaining to increasing the level of mechanization. You see, many issues are there. You go on developing, you go on researching, you go on teaching to the people. But what I have seen in few years experience, we have a good number of agricultural engineers in the field. Also in some state, maybe in Tamil Nadu is one of them, that they have very good number. Madhya Pradesh is having very good number. And some Bihar state have recently appointed very good number of agricultural engineers. But what is happening that they have been employed in the state government, but their job of engineering is not much better because they have no separate agenda. They have not separate department. They have not separate boss of the same field. So I say that each and every state should have some provision. They should establish Directorate of Agricultural Engineering or Department of Agricultural Engineering, and they should have the channel of the all level of agricultural engineering and technology from the top, you can say from chief engineer or engineer in chief to the latest, that a mechanic at the lowest level in district and panchayat level and block level. And that has been recommended by the Parliament Standing Committee on Agriculture and Food Processing Government of India to all the state government. So if till it is not being done, whatever you are doing, application at the end level, user level will be very scarce and not in good manner. So it may affect the production and productivity. So this is a need. This need should be addressed as soon as possible. Most of the people now has identified this problem. But when the implementation part come, that become very in vague, you can say. Education, maybe their employment they have given, but job distribution, right person at right time, right job are not being given. That has to be seen at a state level. The majority of farm machinery manufacturing of the country is in form of a small scale industry. The small scale manufacturing lack standardization. Not only the education system, whatever the small manufacturers are there, they are not following standards developed. And so the good looking machine and also safe machines manufacturing and their marketing need to be enforced at the state level by the state government. And also the decarbonization, nowadays people say that CO2 is coming mostly in large amount from the agriculture. So these machinery and other technology what we are developing for the agriculture, in the agriculture, from the agriculture, that should also help in decarbonization. And for that, the agricultural engineering and technology is the need of the hour. There are several requirements on continuous basis for achieving the target of 75 mechanization in the India. And I have listed some amount, some points, that quality input of human resource right from the UG admission. Well, I think I'll suggest here UG admission. You see, in the beginning I said that whoever is coming in the UG after 12th, there also we have to regulate the quality of the students who are taking the choice and coming to the agricultural engineering admission. So we have started one movement that during the year we conduct the lectures and to the 11th 12th students, and same thing should be done by all, and tell them that how if you study the agricultural engineering your life will be stable with a good remuneration and with a good living standards. Then the other branch of engineering and technology. So you opt for the agricultural engineering. For that, we have to we have to educate the students in the school. So input for the UG. If the input of the UG is good, then naturally the BTech student will be very good, and the postgraduate student will be further good. So all the universities, all the colleges should work towards educating the students in the school to opt this education as soon as possible. Design of agricultural courses, including application of AI, ML in all segments of agricultural engineering, with a special focus on precision agriculture, augmented reality and virtual reality must be encouraged as learning tools in UG and PG. Here also what I face when I have put two courses in UG, 16 committee, but question is coming many times to me by the many faculty and university that who will teach, because our faculty are not trained for teaching those courses, because earlier those courses were not there. Then what does it mean? Should we stop? We should not include the new courses. That will be disastrous for our future generations. So I suggest all the teachers, all the policymakers, all the managers in the university level who are teaching there, kindly train your faculty in these subjects by sending them outside country, inside country, and don't remove the courses saying that we don't have faculty. That's why these courses should not be included. In fact, I will say that impose those courses, impose the training to those faculty to get trained and teach them. I don't say that in 1 year and 2 years our people will be expert, but we have to start sooner than the later. If we are not starting now, after 4 or 5 years, we will be just like a person disability will come in our system in comparison to the students coming out from the other countries. So that needs to be offer more elective courses that match industry demands and engage agricultural students with industry throughout the years. Many times, I have personally seen and I have also gone through that when we are the students of BTech, and in BTech there were two trainings, summer training, 1 month each earlier, and nowadays I think experiential learning system is there. And that too happen within the research institutions or university itself. That need also attention, because these are the engineering courses. They should be directly sent to the industry for training. If they have not got training in the industry, they have got training in the research institution and teaching university, then how, which kind of engineering they will be, engineer they will be? They can't be good engineer. They have to get experience of industry, manufacturing at first hand. But that is not happening somehow. So I request through this podium, all the authority of India who are having the agricultural engineering education system, they should only send their students for training only in the industry, not the research institution and the other universities. Encourage the student to select the industry sponsor research project and internship in industry only. Another way for master courses, another way for PhD courses. When they select the problem in PhD and master, what is the trend? That guide gives 4 or 5 topics, and then a student select one. That is the well-established system. But my suggestion is that a student should be given free hand to select the problems of their villages, their towns, their cities, as an MTech project, as a PhD project. If that is not, then they should select project on the problem of some industry. Take the collaborative research with, suppose, tractor industry, seed drill industry, some combined industry. Take their problem as a research project of a PhD, MTech, and then a student should work. One guide will be from the university, other guide will be from the industry, and they will have better exposure and maybe directly job to that industry. So, and for that purposes, I am also recommending and advocating for a new institution that is called the National Institute of Agriculture, Robotics and AI. And this should be established in as many as possible, but at least one should be in India, either by private entity or by the government entity or by the central or state government. But that is must. If we don't have devoted institution, National Institute of Agriculture, Robotics and AI, then probably in 30 years or 40 years to come, we may be lagging behind dangerously than the other country. Digital agriculture, machine learning, deep learning, drone technology, AI, IoT, software development, applications, bioinformatics, statistics modeling, these all are purely engineering subject or nearest to the engineering subject. And in the institution, teaching institution and council, we say that they are scattered in different departments. So I advocate to the university that all these branches who are nearest to the engineering should be brought under one umbrella. You can say the faculty of agriculture, engineering and technology, and there these departments should work together. To see the impact of education, these are for education purpose, but once people are educated, once people has graduated, then what impact, how impact will be at ground level, at village level. Government and academic institutions should come with a policy paper. It is surprising that this India is the, people say from childhood, agriculture country, but there is no any policy. There is no any defined policy to accelerate mechanization in the country and achieve the target by 75% level by 2047. So now we are developing a policy paper that what government should do under the aegis of National Academy of Agricultural Sciences, and those policies should be implemented, of course, by the state government at some level at central government. Starting an independent scheme at center and state level exclusively for mechanization, including on-farm post-harvest operation. You see, what is the bad portion of our country, that in our country when we have children, after birth of the children, mothers and father care for the children a long time. Even after graduation, even after they have the grandchildren, even then parents care for the grandchildren. But after giving the birth of a grain by a farmer and storing or collecting by the government through the different schemes, they don't care. That children means food grains. Children have taken the birth, but after birth, those children are kept in open. Those children are not being given good storage, no good housing, no good clothing. There is no clothing for the fruit and vegetable, no environment control, no AC. So this is a very tragic things our country, and we have to provide all those things to the agriculture. So we must have a policy for that also, and starting an independent scheme. Till we don't make a scheme for that, post-harvest mechanization, harvest mechanization, before harvesting farm mechanization, and then also the drip irrigation, environmental control, micro irrigation, all those systems we should have. For irrigation, we have devoted a scheme at central level. For mechanization, we don't have any devoted scheme. For post-harvest, we don't have any devoted schemes. And after producing the things, we leave it unattended. If you leave the children unattended, then you can imagine that what will happen. So setting up department, Directorate of Agriculture comprising on-farm mechanization, including on-farm post-harvest processing, value addition, farm irrigation and drainage, including micro irrigation at state and central levels, are the essentially required, and it should not be delayed much. Otherwise, it will be very big loss. We will be loser in the arena of agricultural production productivity. Recruitment of agricultural engineers, diploma holders compulsorily at one in each village, panchayat, block and district level, beside one at each KVK, to make links with the field engineers, technician for new technology, machinery developed are also there. We are trying to have one agricultural engineer, at least one in each KVK. But that is also not happening. Here also, I say very honestly that people are not honest enough. When I get opportunity, I put my subject. You get opportunity, you put your subject. She get opportunity, she put their own subject in the field. But that should happen. Sometimes we should think that what is the good for the state, what is good for the masses of the population. And most of the policy makers now say that one agricultural engineer should be mandatory in the KVK, so that the farmers should be guided at least at the district level. But that is not happening, and that should happen. Then the number of graduates, you see, according to my one of the calculation, around 3,000 agricultural graduates for per million hectare operation level farm is required. But we produce only 500-600 graduates. That too mostly from the private country, whose quality is known by the God only. We don't control the quality. So the National Academy of Agricultural Sciences has recommended that each state agricultural university must have one college of agricultural engineering, and each IIT must have one department of agriculture with BTech degree. And for that, I have already written to all the IITs, and 3-4 IITs are with me in consultation for opening the BTech in agriculture in IIT BHU, Mandi, maybe in Tirupati, and some 3-4 there. So number of graduates we have to increase. Establish at least one farm machinery and post-harvest machinery testing center in each state, district level. You see, here also we need many agricultural engineers. There is a scheme, and we have farm machinery equipment testing center, and that is sufficient number because maximum universities having. But if you go for the testing center for post-harvest machinery testing, that is only 4-5, I think, in whole India. how we can maintain the standards, how we can maintain the quality. That is also required. And if the central government is opening, good. Otherwise, the state government should also look after. Because suppose Tamil Nadu government established 2-3 post-harvest machinery testing centers, then their farmer will be more benefited than the other part of the India. So each and every state should take. Then incentive link a scheme for localized manufacturing of quality machinery and equipment. You see, this Coimbatore is the center of machinery manufacturing, but all farmer cannot come to the Coimbatore to buy the machines. If the manufacturer is decentralized and government, respective government gives some incentive, if you go for manufacturing of some machine, a small machine, seed drill and other harvesting machine in nearby villages, you will be given this incentive. Then probably the manufacturer will move their manufacturing unit near to the villages, and finally the villagers will be more benefited. And that incentive schemes at central level have worked very well with many fields. Use of robots, cobots, micro foods, engineered food. Many times I say maybe after 100 years there will be very less land for production of food, because our life expectancy will be 75, 85, 95 average life. So only people will be seen. There is no land, only house. So we have to come up with some technology so that we can make a tablet, eat, and you can sustain whole day. You can eat only a tablet, or you eat only one small amount of food. You should have full energy, full nutrients, and that food should be designed by the machine, manufactured by the machine, without doing the agriculture, without doing the cultivation. How we can produce the food? We have started the research work in this direction. Long way to go, but all the state government, university has also to think in that direction. It is not impossible. We can produce the food using the machine, using the available natural resources and other things, and can be done. But lot of energy, lot of funds, lot of human power has to be implied for that things, which will be coming in 50 years. People should know today that if I am telling today, this will be felt, this requirement will be felt after 25 years. If we are not doing, then we will be behind again to the other people. The future of agricultural education and employment is very bright, very bright. Students, teachers, and policy makers, however, have to be very honest in their endeavor to provide much needed speed and scale to Indian agriculture. Education on soil, water, plant, environment relationship, modeling of for mitigation climate change on crop yield, climate resilience index, and corresponding contingency plan development and training in future agriculture is also needed. Micro irrigation, water we have to save, energy from and in agriculture, renewable energy storage. We have started. You cannot imagine that we have started working on a small battery for storage of energy using the crop residue. In place of lithium-ion battery, lithium 100% is coming from other country. Most recently, we have found one place in Srinagar where from we can probably get some amount of lithium, but India is not having. Or see, all the appliances is lithium battery. If China stop, then what will happen to the India? And we consider that the China is the most competitive, or maybe enemy. We can say many times the number one enemy may be the China, and they will stop. Then all system, all computer will stop working. So we have to be independent. We have to be independent. For independency, again I will say that we should be moving from food-based agriculture for food. We should move to agriculture for industry. Agriculture for industry means that, suppose you might be hearing, I do not know whether the situation in Tamil Nadu or not, that in West Bengal I hear that heavy metals are coming lot in the paddy in West Bengal. In some parts of country, some heavy metals, some part of company, some chemicals are coming in some food materials, fruits and vegetables. So can our breeders develop some variety? Like you are saying, you are telling the bio, what you are adding the micronutrient in the rice, wheat, and then you say that you have developed a bio fortified variety for food. Now I suggest to the breeders that they should develop a variety which can which can be rich in that iron for require that iron which is required for making the battery, lithium maybe copper. Copper content of that suppose you produce a biomaterial, maybe some, we'll not say that fruit, we'll say some biomaterial plant which are having the copper content 20%. Then that will not, that is for industrial purposes, not for the food purposes. And that copper can be extracted as an ore. That copper can be extracted as an ore. Just like a protein, vitamins can be increased, extract, and then it can be utilized for the medicine, that pharmaceutical company. So government should start thinking that some portion of land should be slowly kept for producing the industrial material, that the iron which we are importing from other country. And that should be also a part of education and training to our students and scientists. This is my last session and idea. Very few will agree, but this will be needed very in near future, and we have to move. We should move. That we should have Department of Industrial Agriculture, Research and Education. Thank you very much, Dr. Suresh and the Honorable Vice Chancellor, for giving me this chance to share my idea. This total, whatever I have spoken, that I used to speak everywhere. It is nothing new maybe for the new few people, but these things need to be taken care of in the very near future to keep our agriculture, going, and to increase the scale and speed of agriculture. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening lecture and for sharing your valuable suggestions and expertise with us. Thank you.
Now I request Dr. D. Suresh Kumar, Dean SPGS, to present a memento to our distinguished guest and speaker, Dr. S. Jha.
So before that, participants can put their queries to our distinguished speaker. So anybody in the audience?
Yeah, I want to talk with you people. How many of you consider that you are studying the best branch of the world? Raise the hand. How many of you understand, you consider yourself that you are studying the best branch of the world? It's a quite good number. But be honest in raising the hand. Be honest in raising the hand. Once you consider that you are the best, then you can even break this roof to go above the sky. And that's why I want that people who are in UG particularly, they are the future of our country. And another important session which I could not spoke, though I have underlined here, that you have to be honest first yourself. I do not know how many of you have Raised hand honestly. You have to be honest with yourself. How many of you are honest with yourself? Raise the hand. All. I'll ask now another questions. When you are in the class, suppose some drawing class is going on and teacher is teaching you and they ask that understood. How many of you raise the hand? Yes, sir, understood without understanding. Most of the times I have observed that students just say yes, yes, yes. But after going the hostel, they try to understand by their friends. So that is also not honest yourself. You could not understand the full things, but you raise the hand. Yes, sir, I have understood. So you have to be honest from yourself, with yourself from that level. Whether it is teaching class, whether you are in the market, whether in our home. How many of you are honest with your parents? Quite a good number. Quite a good number. That is good. My suggestion is that this should be 100%. If you are not honest with your parents, you may not be honest with your father, but you must be 100% honest with your mother. All children must be 100% honest with mother. Because there is a sloka na, that kuputro jayata kochadap kumata na bhavati. Mother never become bad mother. Son or daughter may become the bad son or daughter, but mother never become bad mother. That is according to our Shastra. And that you might have heard it. That you might have. If you do the murder and come home, police come to your house, your mother first response will be, no, my children cannot do this. Father may tell that may be possible, he or she might have done. But mother will blankly tell that she or he will not do it. So I will suggest you all, remember this. Nowadays, lot of young guys are not honest with the mother also. Not only study I am talking, whole life, anything. Anything happening with you in the market, in the school, in the college, in tour program, anywhere. In your whatever things are coming in your mind that may not happen, but those things should also be shared with your mother. Many things may come in your mind because this age is most fertile age. Mind is moving here, there very fast. You see, sitting here, you can go England, America within a second and coming back to this classroom. So this mind is moving very fast, more than the light. So you should share those feelings, those thoughts to your mother. And it will be very, very good, very important life lesson for you in whole life. Even you will be very old age, 60, 70 years, even then you will remember that my mother was telling this, my mother was telling that. And it will help you. It will be just like a torch bearer for you. Then third already I have told you should also be 100% honest with your teachers. Just like classroom, I have told classroom, project work, and when you go for some data collections. So you have to be we should be 100% honest with your teacher. Many times teachers ask the things will be done, you should do it, you don't do, you should understand it, you don't understand, you say, yes sir, I have understood. But later on you go and read more and more, you ask your friend, you struggle to understand. So it is better in the beginning itself you tell to the teacher, sir, mere matha mein nahi ja raha hai. I am not understanding you. Explain me again. You explain me again. It is not going to my mind. So if you are honest in study with your teacher, who I am 100% sure you will be topper of your batch always. How many of you want to do the entrepreneurship, want to open your own company after graduation? No one. 1 or 2%. At least I say that at least 10%. 10% students should go for entrepreneurship. They should serve the society by opening the entrepreneurship, some kind of company, and then giving the job to the many people, and growing the economy of India and your state or your district at faster rate. So, any other question? You are very clear or no clear? If there is no questions, you have understood 100% or you have not understood anything. What is correct? You have not understood anything, raise the hand. Anyway, if something come in your mind, you don't want to speak here, you can write to me. My email is publicly available, and the audio even you can post on Facebook. Okay, you can post on my website, www.snjar.in. You can post your query, giving the reference of today's this lecture, and I will reply you suitably at time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. D. Suresh Kumar, Dean SPGS, to present a memento to our distinguished guest and speaker, Dr. S.N. Jaya.
Thank you for the honor, sir. I request Dr. M. Balakrishnan. Thank you for the honor, sir. I request Dr. M. Balakrishnan to present a memento to Dr. D. Suresh, Dean SPGS.
Thank you for the honor, sir. As we conclude this remarkable event, it is time to express our gratitude to everyone who made this session a grand success. To deliver the vote of thanks, we have Dr. V. Tirupati, former Dean Kumulo and Professor, Food Process Engineering, Center for Post-Harvest Technology, TNAU. I now invite Dr. V. Tirupati to deliver the vote of thanks.
Respected Chief Guest, DDG Engineering, Dr. S.N. Jha, Dean SPGS, heads of the department, faculty members, and my dear students, Good morning to all of you. On behalf of Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, Vice Chancellor, Dean SPGS, Dean Engineering, and Agriculture Engineering faculty, and Agriculture Engineering College students, Food Process Engineering students, and EEE students, my heartfelt thanks, wholehearted thanks to our DDG Engineering for delivering this endowment lecture on agriculture engineering education in future perspective. Sir, I thank at this juncture for your initiative in starting departments in the other states. And you all know, for the information of the students, Tamil Nadu has started agriculture and engineering department in 1981 itself. So we are the forerunner in all the, in this case. And also our department mandate started with the soil conservation and mechanization. Now, sir, they have included this post-harvest and value addition and also the solar energy and energy utilization. So as you rightly pointed out, sir, so this agriculture engineering course was shifted 25 years back to ICAR and Kumulur. And with the support of our former Vice Chancellor, we have started another program in Coimbatore campus in 2019. And also, as you said, for the operation, maintenance and repair, the manpower, considering the manpower, we have started diploma in agriculture engineering at Kumulur in 2021. I take this opportunity to thank our former Vice Chancellor, late Dr. N. Kumar, for supporting us, agriculture engineering fraternity. So I also, for the information of the chief guest, so you are telling about the industry projects, the postgraduate students. Our PG Dean and our Vice Chancellor has made initiative that the PG and PhD student should go a training in the industry. And if possible, they have to collaborate with the industry and do their research work. So that is the initiative taken by our present Vice Chancellor. I take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor for her initiative in organizing such endowment lecture. I thank our Dean SPGS for supporting us in organizing this lecture. I also thank Dr. Aviraj, Dean Engineering, in his absence. And also I thank Dr. Balakrishnan for organizing the lecture for the benefit of our students. At this juncture, I thank our DDG for recognizing our center as the best center in the recent ICAR meeting. Thank you, sir. I thank all the HODs. I thank Dr. Ganapati, Dr. Naik, and Sendil, and other faculty members who are present here. And also I thank my teacher and mentor, Dr. Viswanathan sir, who have come here for hearing this lecture. And also I thank, not but the least, I thank all the students who are very patient in hearing the thoughts shared by our DDG Engineering. I thank one and all who are present here. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful words of appreciation. So with this, we come to the end of a truly enlightening and thought-provoking session.